we gonna let them come on in before we go, man. We live, bro.
Ain't no
Let's let them
question
get
about
in.
it. Yes, indeed. Come on in.
Let's
Come
let
on
them
in.
come on in.
We got
I
some
think
jewels for you.
we
Believe that.
2 minutes late. Yeah, we're gonna let them come on in, you know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
true indeed.
And while we waiting for them to come on in, you know me. Let me just put something up for the reading pleasure. You know what I'm
Absolutely.
saying? Let's go ahead and put that up real quick.
Definitely, definitely.
Man, big ups to my boy LP Marcy. I don't like to say free and all that, but big up to my boy LP Marcy, man. Like,
Big up to my man. Big up to him, man. I'm saying for
yeah,
real.
you know what I'm saying? Like on the strength though, LP be out here getting it. You know what I'm saying? Like he really be getting it.
True
Um,
indeed.
he's out here, he's actually advocating for himself.
True
You know what
indeed.
I mean? And he is a business owner.
Ain't no doubt.
You know what I'm saying? He's a true indie artist.
Real talk. For
And
real.
I want to know for my thing, like if the probation officer was cool with it from the get-go, why you ain't cool with it now? You know, this is
And
the
see,
advocacy that I do. You know
and
what
the
I'm
thing about
saying?
it,
But
and for real, smack, it's one of those situations to whereas, because being a prisoner is a commodity for others. You know what I mean? Anything that you got trying to do positive, they're always gonna try to, you know what I mean, put a cast of dim light on it. And it's a shame.
right. And I've known this young man since he was a baby.
Yes,
His mom
indeed.
and I his mom and I went to school together. You know what I'm saying? So I'd see where he has grown. I've known him for a
Mhm.
long time as an artist, you feel me?
No doubt.
And um, you know, I do a lot of advocacy. I'm working on probation reform right now. So it really
Absolutely.
touches me to hear his story, how one could be on probation and you doing everything that they ask you to. Cause I remember talking to him one
Hmm.
day and he was like, let me call you. I'm on my way to the job. I got to check in. He got so much that he got to do, and he's really trying to do it all and also live his dream, his
Absolutely.
job. He is truly an independent artist that gets paid, and we see the numbers that he does. If those
Come on now.
probation officers, they just trying to make it hard. But
Yeah, true
see,
indeed.
all it takes is a group of advocates to get together and start advocating for real.
Real
But when
talk.
he come home, we definitely gonna put on a show.
Oh,
You
ain't
feel
no
what I'm
doubt about
saying?
it. For real.
We definitely gonna do that. Whenever he get back home, hopefully he'll be able to do it on Saturday. His sister, I did speak with her a little bit today. I'm gonna hit up his mom, but at
Hmm.
the end of the day, this is why it's important for people to get together and really advocate, man. You just
True
can't.
indeed.
Number one, these people who are in power, they work for us. The people who make the bills and laws, they work for us.
Come on
That's
now.
our taxpayer money that's paying their salary.
Real
And
talk.
I truly believe like people really have to come together.
Hmm.
Um, you know what I'm saying? People have to really come together and really advocate because you can make change. You ain't gonna get it
Absolutely.
overnight and you can't give up. So if you got that mentality like you gonna do it for 30 days, you don't see nothing happening. Nah, it don't happen like that. I've been working on
True indeed.
probation reform in Delaware with the ACLU now for like this is our 4th year. And now I
Hmm.
think we're gonna get it across the finish line and we
Ain't no
can be an
question.
example for others that are around us. But yeah, that
Absolutely.
that right there just got me ticked. You know what I'm saying?
For real.
Um,
No doubt.
so I want some people to come on in. Once you come in, you know what I'm saying? Let us know you here. Leave us a message. Let's get the chat up. Let
Absolutely.
me put that on the screen and see what people saying, man. Where's the
No
chat?
doubt.
Chat. Captions. There it is. Chat. There we go. Yo, 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 what's up, DJ Links, baby? He's giving us
Links
a
music,
shout
what it is, baby. Yeah, yeah.
out. Let's get links up there. I'm gonna come on there. Big shout out to Trax's logo y'all see up here. You know what I'm saying? That it felt good doing that logo, bro. I ain't gonna
Hey,
lie to
that
you.
joint is official like a referee whistle. You heard it.
I done turned it into a sticker too. So sometimes people send stuff, I be sending that sticker.
Hey,
Be
that's
putting
what
it
it
up
is,
there.
sis.
They be looking at me like, who that? I mean, you don't know who that is?
If you don't know you now, you know, nigga.
So we gonna get into this because we got an hour. We got a lot to talk about.
Absolutely.
But before we get into it, I just want to share it. I think I forgot to change the title. Oh Lord, that's why people are here looking at me. Hold on a minute. Let me change this real quick.
Go ahead. You good.
My baby, I below the surface revamp. I do apologize. I did not change the title. It is changed on IG though, so you can go to if the title is bothering you, go to IG. Fight like smack.
You already.
So what we're gonna be talking about tonight is be on the lookout for the music scammers.
Definitely. Smack with the.
And
Mm-hmm.
we also gonna be talking about everyone artist budgets and how they're important.
Absolutely.
Okay, so that's what we're doing today. So I do apologize that I did not change that in the beginning. I just want to check everywhere I see. I have to go to my certain pages after I'm done to go back. What's up, Millie? All day. We appreciate you. You can
Millie.
see the comments on the side, right, bro?
Absolutely. Absolutely. Much love, Millie, all day.
So I apologize. This is not relationships aren't easy. The nightcap that was last night. Smack definitely forgot to change everything, and I do apologize. But we're live now,
Sure
and
did.
we're gonna get into it. Let's get into the artist budget first. Um, I got a couple of things that I cropped for artists, but I want to get some more artists in here because I don't feel as though they understand. Hey, Barbara, I don't think they understand. I don't think they understand like what a budget is. It's important to have a budget. You know what I'm saying?
True indeed.
So we're gonna be getting into this. I just want people to chime in, and if there's a question you have, go ahead and ask it so we can get you those
Absolutely.
answers. So I'm gonna let you go ahead and start off some things here. I didn't know how you want to start it. I got some graphics I can put on the screen so that
Okay.
everyone can see it. But I didn't know where
Um,
you wanted to start at. So let me know how you starting this, bro.
um,
Because I
the
know
first
this
thing,
is the first thing got to be a definition, bro.
all right,
What you think?
what is a budget? To
Nah, what
create a
is a
budget, you need to know how much money you bring in and the different
no.
resources.
Hold on. This is a different budget.
Okay.
What is an artist budget? Indie
What is a
artist budget.
absolutely.
Right. Not just a regular budget like for your household. So this is an artist budget. So go ahead and do that, bruh.
It says an artistic budget is a changing document that reflects the most current view of your needs and accomplishments within a project. There are a variety of reasons your budget may change over time.
There it is.
And
So go ahead.
one thing smack that we know that we always face is that when we ask independent artists if they have a budget, we normally hear crickets.
Because they
Cricket.
don't know what it is.
So, and what the reason why I talk to artists about having a budget is because I clearly know how much it's going to cost you to do everything you're doing in regards to a song. Now, these are numbers that I've received and I researched them. So just think, it says for a small recording home-based studio, the average price is $25 per hour. And this was 2024 per Thumbtack. So if you're an
Mhm.
artist, just think 1 hour is $25 an hour. So if you're an opportunity, if you like to use the opportunity, you normally get block time. So with a smaller home-based studio, that average price would round about to be $200. All right, now you have a more upscale studio. That price would be between 30, the minimum would be $30, and the maximum would probably be $100 per hour per recording. Then also goes to say that now this is for the big boys, the ones that really have some bread that you want to spend for high
But hold
quality
on, I
studio.
don't want to. Okay, go ahead and get those numbers, because I don't think a lot of artists understand the budget process. We're talking about recording it, right?
Right,
But we haven't talked about where they getting the money for the
right.
budget.
From
So
their
be
pot.
so we jumping it a little quick. So this is what I want to say.
Go ahead.
Artists, it's important to have a budget, okay?
Absolutely.
Um, I just don't, I never understood, and this is just my thing, tracks, why
Mhm.
people record music, go in the studio, pay money. Number one, y'all going to rinky dink studios where people don't know how to mix and master. That's the first thing.
True.
That lets me know what you feel about your craft.
Say that one more
Now,
time. Hmm.
and your ears, because you're going to pay somebody $25 for an hour, and they don't, like you said, a home studio, right? And I don't say that all home studio producers ain't good, because there's a lot of producers I know that have home studios,
Absolutely.
but their prices ain't no $25 an hour, because when they have a good studio, because a lot of people go there, okay?
Absolutely.
So, but you have to ask yourself, number one, if you're an artist and you're not working,
Mm,
where are you getting the money to have a budget?
mm.
Where are you getting the money to go in the studio? Where are you getting the money to pay for promo? Where are you getting the money? How do you think? My thing is, how do you think? And this is why we talk about budgets all the time. If you're working on an album, right?
Absolutely.
You got to put money into it. What you just thinking you gonna post it on your Facebook and somebody gonna see it?
Come on now.
That's not how it works. And people like me and Tracks, we don't work for free. It takes people to know people to get into where we trying to take these artists. And
Absolutely.
it's like everybody got their hand out. So that's why we talk about budgets today, and something I'm very passionate about. Because when artists come to me and tell me they want something, number one, don't ever ask me how much something costs if you know you ain't got no budget.
Say it one more time,
Because that's
Smack.
my first. Don't ask me how much something costs.
Mm,
That's one of the no-nos in this business. If you know you don't have a budget, and when I say a budget, I mean money set aside
absolutely.
for what it is you doing with your music. So I'm gonna say this: if you got a single that you try and push out, what you think you gonna push it out for free?
Mm.
I mean, I'm just trying to understand. Like, how is anybody gonna know? Because even now on social media, if your algorithms ain't right,
Mm.
ain't nobody paying you attention.
Absolutely
So
not.
you got to know somebody that knows something about algorithms if that's the way you want to go.
True.
You know what I mean? If that's the way you want to go, it's just post it on
Mm.
social media. But how are you're only reaching some artists only got 200 followers.
Mm.
Who so
Mm.
you relying on them 200 to help you get your streams, your likes, and everything else. I'm just trying to understand how artists be thinking. So budget is very important. So I want to put this up here right quick,
Mm.
right? I'm gonna cover us up, bro.
Mm.
Number one, this is budgeting. If you as an artist and you really taking your craft serious, number one, you should have a professional bio.
Come on now.
All right. Then this is the other thing. You should have release
That's
packages.
right.
You should have an EPK. You should have a release campaign.
Come on now.
You should have social media analysis,
Mm-hmm.
video
Come
marketing,
on now.
logo creation.
Mm-hmm.
You need to have a release cover.
Mm-hmm.
And one thing that artists don't do, you need a damn website.
Come on now.
And the last one, which is the most important, is public relations and radio promo.
Come on now. And Smack.
None of that. And I'm going to tell you right now,
Mm,
and I'm going to leave it up here. Please screenshot it.
mm.
I'm giving y'all an opportunity to screenshot it. See, when you start talking things to artists, they don't want to hear it.
They definitely don't want to hear Smack.
Because I see my numbers trickling down, trickling up. But as an artist, if you think that just pushing your music on social media is going to get you seen, you's crazy. You are not the only rapper. You are one in thousands, hundreds of thousands, and millions of rappers across the world.
Absolutely.
And most of y'all, I'm just keeping it real. You got to have something that is so damn dynamic.
Come on now.
That's different, that hits a nerve, that people are going to be streaming.
Come on now.
People are going to want to listen to you. People are going to want to invest into you. But see, this is the thing. Tracks, once an artist do get that tension, they have nothing in place. You feel me?
No blueprint.
I want y'all to screenshot this. I want y'all to screenshot it because I'm about to take it down and we'll put it back up later. But that's budgeting right there.
Come on now. And
none of this shit is free.
And Smack, the to pivot off of what you're saying, you know.
Hold on, let me finish this because you're gonna like this, and we talk about it all the time, Travis.
Yes, indeed.
So let me finish this, and then you can pick up. So you got that. Say for instance, I know a lot of artists that got traction, right? And right now, some of them not working with no budget. They just got people who's paying for stuff for them. But just think if they had some merch. A website to direct them to go buy some merchandise.
Come on now.
The one I see doing it is LP Marcy, Living Proof.
Come on now.
And his stuff ain't cheap. But that's what funds his music career.
Real talk.
So my thing is, y'all, some of y'all be getting that motion. Some of y'all be getting people listening to your music, going to look for it. But you don't have that website to introduce you where you could put merch on there where they could start buying your merchandise.
Come on now. And Smack, to pivot off what you were saying, that's one of my Achilles heels. That's one of my biggest pet peeves, because once we start asking what your budget look like, how much are you willing to invest? Because we know and understand that there are chains of command or proper protocol, we get crickets. I've had artists personally call me and say, "Hey, Trax, man, don't you think this is a little bit too high?" And bear in mind, I'm not receiving anything from it. I'm just telling you what's it going to look like, how much it's going to cost for you to invest in your craft. Got to have a budget. I've seen times where artists, in regards to showcases, things of that nature.
Right.
I don't pay to perform. Who knows you? How have you created a foundation based off budgeting that would make somebody say, that, hey, we want to pay you to perform? When you clearly don't have a blueprint, you don't even have any money saved up. But when you show up, you look like $1 million. Fly, what Jay say? Fly as a piece of paper, bearing my name. Be fly though. So what I always look at, Smack, and you know how I do, what I'm saying, when I'm walking through the crowd, and I see the big ball of shot callers, so to say, those the ones that I'm gonna go at first, because you looking like $1 million. So my first assumption is, okay, When I hit
You
you
got a budget.
when I hit you with this, hey Smack, it ain't funny, but you know how we roll with it. So you know how I'm gonna go at it. Hey, I'm gonna want the big bucks. I'm gonna want you to get the biggest package because you look like you can afford it. So what happens is that, man, you know,
Right.
we get a Smack, we run them numbers. This is what it is, blah blah blah, blah all the
You'll
way down.
start at the big package. You'll start at that big package, and before you know it, you creating a budget to
Right.
you creating a budget that ain't even you creating a package that ain't even on the list.
Smack,
Because of the love that we got
right.
for artists,
So it's
that's what we do.
and even us dumbing down our prices sometimes, Smack. They don't really realize is that the only reason why we even dumbing down the prices.
Hold on, we not dumbing it. We not. I'm gonna correct that.
Yes,
We
part
ain't dumbing it down. They okay. So say
out of
we
love.
trying to get them into that higher
Right,
package because we see something in you.
right,
Oh well, we only got some radio promo for you. You
right,
got $25. We could put in rotation for a week.
right. So it's like you'd rather get the bare minimum. They would rather get the bare minimum. And it's like the bare minimum is just that, the bare minimum. So we know what these packages can provide for you if you got a budget.
Right.
We can look,
So
hey, sis, not to break it with look, we can have sit downs with a Sony Orchid. You understand what I'm saying? We can direct you to
don't
the
put out
individuals that's going to
put
give you
out
some
too
love.
much. We ain't taking nobody with us.
Sorry, but not sorry. Because
You gotta
especially
have
if
the
a Smack, especially when we let you know, listen, check this out, brother. Check this out, sister.
we,
We
you
normally
know
don't do this.
nah,
Keyword.
you know what's crazy is we have labels
Yeah,
that want us to work for them.
yeah,
You know, I've got 3 that have contacted me, but I said if I work for a label, it will only be 1 because I've already started those talks and they know who they are.
right.
But this is my thing.
Hmm.
Artists. I'm gonna share a story with
Hmm.
and why story track just drop the link from your page into the group chat on Messenger so they can get on here and hear this. You should be able to copy it from your Facebook page. Oh, never mind. I got it. I'll do it.
You got it. Okay.
Yeah, because I got multiple technology items over here. So let
Hmm.
me grab it real quick. But I want to share a story.
You know I'm still a
And I
dinosaur a
thought
little bit,
about
Smack.
this, huh?
I said, you know I'm a dinosaur when it comes to the electronics.
It's okay. Okay. So what I'm gonna say is this. So um when I was creating my track, right?
Hmm.
I wanted to see, I knew when I was going to do it, and I started
Absolutely.
saving money like a whole year in advance. You
Hmm.
know what I'm saying? I'm gonna tell you how much I was sitting to the side because I had called around. I was like, okay, I'm a new artist. I'm gonna get, this is just so that I can relay information back to the artist. Let me put out a track. I don't sing, I don't rap. I just talk my ish over a beat.
Right.
But I invested into services to
Right.
see where it would get me. So for I would say about 7 or 8 months, I would say maybe a year, I started sitting 20% of my paycheck into a separate account. And
Right.
this was my budget money because I
Hmm.
know who I was releasing as single. So I
Right.
knew the date I wanted to release it. And I
Hmm.
started a campaign for all of this. I knew I
Right.
had to go to the studio. Now, the only thing that I decided that I didn't want was a video.
Right.
I ain't doing no video. I'm I just ain't doing it. I'm just want to do a single, put it on
Right.
these different platforms. I got my distribution through Sony Orchard, which cost me
Hmm.
a little bit, but it was worth it
Come
because
on.
everything
That's right.
that come with it
Right.
that nobody else was giving out.
Right.
So Okay, that go, when you're doing that budget, you have to know what these things cost.
Come on now.
So notice I started doing more events and started every show I'm playing my music, and I was
Mhm.
registering everywhere my music was going to get paid on BMI, so I get paid for it.
Right.
I don't care if I was all the way in Texas
Mm.
and they asked me to come there. I put that there too and put the song. Did the same thing for Atlanta. Did
Mhm.
the same thing for Virginia.
Mhm.
If you playing my track, I'm registering it
Come on
when
now.
I come. Did I perform it? No. I just stood on the stage and said, "Here's my song."
Come on.
But I got paid for all
Hey,
these
hey, you got that
appearances.
ching ching.
Then people calling me the host. But the
Yeah,
thing that I'm trying to teach artists is that I sat money to the side.
got you.
Don't be so much in a rush to put something out that you're
Yeah.
not organized with it. That's the only thing we saying. Now we with the magazine company, right? This is my this year. This is what's crazy. Like, I have tried to get Delaware artists in the R Report magazine. This is
Mhm.
a magazine that is actually in a Books a Million store, and
Mm.
it's in another store up in New York and another store down there down south.
Mhm.
My thing is like, yo, what do y'all like? Y'all will go out here and buy pounds of marijuana, cases of freaking liquor, and go out here and spend $200 and $300 on sneakers.
Mm.
But when it comes to investing into yourself
Mm.
and creating a budget,
Mm.
like if you create a budget, if you know you're trying to drop an album in the summer,
Right.
you should already be saving
Mm.
because you just can't do it from social media. I want y'all to get that out y'all head.
And I think what it is,
What's,
and smack
what's good, bro?
one of the reasons I think that this happens on a regular basis is because I always talk about the grassroots approach that we come from. We know without a shadow of a doubt that we had to have not just the money part of it, but we had to have a mouthpiece about it as well. So a lot of
Mm-hmm.
things that this generation of musicians and artists are missing is because everything's available to you. Google, we didn't have none of this. And I always resort to that it's because I know what we had to do. People would tell you, listen, you got to have a couple of dollars, bro. You just can't think that you're going to be an overnight success because you got this hot song. They walked
Mm-hmm.
us down every channel from A to Z. And if you didn't understand it, they would teach you some more because especially if they seen that you had potential. Boy, a track boy, you working with a little something. Know what I'm saying? So why don't you do this that way? What happened is that as soon as the world evolved, think about it, Smack, soon as the world revolved, anything that created a real foundation started to pop up missing.
Mm-hmm.
So now you got all these digital streams. Okay, I got 100,000 views, blah, blah, blah. Okay, does it matter if you ain't got a budget? What you gonna do with it now? You got all these views. Okay, everybody knows who I am. Now
They
what's your
only
next step?
get
What's your
they
next
only
step?
get you said they got 1 million streams on what, social media?
100,000. You know I paraphrase.
It
I
ain't
throw
but
a
nothing
number out
but a
there.
little check. But see, if they smart and they got a PR person,
Come
they
on
got
now.
somebody that teach them
Come
and
on
making
now.
sure that they're properly registered. Like you can't go
Hmm.
back and get registered after you don't release something.
Come on
You
now.
know what I'm saying? That is true, Mirgov. Nobody Mirkov. That's true. They don't even know about publishing. And that's what I be trying to tell
Hmm.
people. Like it's so much to it. But when you are releasing a project, you gotta have money.
You better have some money.
I'm telling
If
you,
you think,
and in that time while you're saving your money, if you know you're trying to put out an album,
hmm,
and you know that an album, that's a lot of hours in the studio.
come on
If
now.
I was you, a lot of these good studios around here, they have
Hmm.
you can buy so many hours for a certain
Block
price.
time. It's called
Yeah,
block
block
time. Right.
time. I would say do that. But when you
Mm-hmm.
guys are going into these studios, this is the part that gets me. When you should be getting a show set. You should be getting
Absolutely.
instrumental.
A
Um,
clean version.
you should have a clean version. Like if
Yep.
your engineer can't do that, get rid of them. Go somewhere else
Real talk.
because you're going to want to perform certain songs that you're going to be
Right.
releasing off the album, and then you're going to want a DJ that is on internet radio or mainstream radio or whatever to play it. But these DJs now, you got to send it in certain formats, and you got to send your vocals. That's one thing they want separate. They want the
Mm-hmm.
instrumental separate. Then they want the song, and then they got to be clean.
Come on now.
And the artists don't know why a DJ wants that. The reason they want that is for mixing.
Come on now.
If the
That's it.
song is hot, they're gonna really take you. Artists get lazy. You
Because
gotta stop that. But let's stay on point about the budget.
right.
Like, you
So
know, let me go into here. I got something else I wanted to share about
mhm.
the budget. Um, is
And
this
while you're
it?
pulling it up, Smack, it says you can use your budget every month.
There it is.
At the beginning of the month, make a plan for how you will spend your money that month. Write what you think you will earn and spend. Write down what you spend. At the end of the month, see if you spent what you planned. Hey, Smack, I'm
Yo,
laughing, but
man.
it's not really funny.
Mm-hmm.
But they be fresh dressed like $1,000,000, pockets on lint.
Mm-hmm.
You done spent your whole budget on outfit when that money could have went to something that could further your career.
Right. Did you go through all of them?
Let me go to the fourth one. It says use the information to help you plan the next month's budget. Absolutely.
Let me tell you, Trax, the best time for artists to really stack up their budget is in the cold months.
Come on now. Don't
You
nobody want to
feel what
be
I'm saying? And
outside.
people want to know why I say that.
Mm,
Y'all take a screenshot of this. The reason I say the best time for artists they can stack up is in the cold months. You
come
feel what
on
I'm
now.
saying? And the reason I say in the cold months is because of the weather. People don't want to be riding on the road in the ice.
Right.
So if you really know what it is that you need as an artist, and I got that too. Hold
Hmm.
on, let me pull that up.
Pull that
You
up.
know what I
Right.
mean? I got a little bit about that as well.
Hmm.
Because if you're setting these budgets up, you guys, you got to understand like like how much your budget consists of and why that money in. What's it going to be
Hmm.
used for? That's why I gave you the template.
Right.
I gave you the template right here.
Mm,
Hey, some of you may know how to write a professional bio. Hey, some of you may need to talk to some of your friends or coworkers. They'll be like,
right.
hey, you know how to write a bio? You give them a little bit of information about you, or you may
Right.
want to invest into. There are so many ways that you can cut some of the pricing off of here if you go and learn it yourself and don't be lazy with putting in the information.
And I
EPK, there are EPK websites. We do EPKs, but I stopped doing them because people want things for free. And y'all ain't sending me nothing too creative. Sending me pictures with filters. That's not how you do it. Presentation is everything. So I be telling
not
people, I'm not
hey
doing it
shit.
no more.
Not just pictures with filters. You're sending me pictures that come off your phone. Now the iPhone
Exactly.
you might now the iPhone you might get away with it, but the thing is the key word is professional. The key word is professional.
Right.
I've had time smack where on some real and it pissed me off to the core where I was on a deadline simply because I was trying to get this EPK done. And I get the information. It's like, okay, I got the bio, and I mean, I got your links to your music. And then here come these bullcrap pictures.
Right.
Bullcrap pictures. So it's like, how can
Yeah.
I make this look as professional as possible if it looked like it came off your phone? So then I'll say, hey, I'll reach right back out to the artist and say, listen, brother or sister, When I say professional photos, I don't mean the ones that you've already enhanced yourself. I mean going somewhere where you can get some great headshots, some great professional photos that you'll be able to present anywhere because they're professional. You should want to
Man,
have professional photos because you never
yeah,
know when you're going to need them. You
let me
know?
tell you, that's why I love my job, because when I first started, that's the first thing I got was professional headshots.
Yeah.
You know,
I
my
got quite a
job did.
few of them too, Smack, for real.
Yeah, and then I took this training,
Hmm.
and they gave us free professional headshots. You know what I'm saying? So I'm very happy about that. You know what I mean? But there are people who are starting out. I mean, it is so easy. You have people who work at universities.
Mm.
I don't understand why artists aren't looking for the photographer that's on the campus that may need to do an intern.
Come on now.
I'm just putting things out there because I have had the pleasure of going to students because I'm not scared to talk to people,
Right.
and I'll be like, "Yo, don't y'all got PR here on campus, or marketing, or who does the pictures for the campus?"
Right.
I'd be like, "Yo, do you need an internship for the next 6 months?" Well, what does it consist of? You, and then I said everything is locally. You'll be following me everywhere I go and taking pictures.
Right. Yep. And
And that's what they did.
and
And if I had a good night, they
mhm.
got paid every night that they was following me. By the time I knew it, I had 200 to 300 photos, professional photos, and they edit them. I ain't even asked them to edit because I could have edited myself.
Right.
But I'm just throwing little jewels out there for y'all. Reach out to some of these colleges, and if you're an official artist, you know what I'm saying, and you're or you're an independent record label that got your business in order,
Hmm.
go and talk to the school, because all it is a contract between you and the dean of that school saying that you want to use them for intern.
Yep.
And most of the time, most colleges don't want you to pay, and sometimes the colleges will match whatever it is that you're going to pay them. So I'm dropping jewels. You
And
know
I
what I
think
mean?
Smack, that's
I thought I sent him uh I thought I sent links
it's on there. It's
the
up there.
track.
With
What's up, Jonas?
it's up there, Smack. I see it.
Oh, okay. I thought I sent the link, but I want to get
Big shout
into
out to
this
Jonas.
advertising.
Bert, what's up? What's going on, brother?
Yeah. What's up, brother? The Jay Lamar show.
Yes, sir.
But hypebot.com is a website that I was referred to some time ago,
Hmm.
and I like going there because they have some very good articles and information.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm
Hmm.
saying? So that you can, read and become educated. So when you decided on what we was going to talk about, I wanted to get here, and this is about advertise meaningfully. And a lot of
Mm.
people may not know what I'm talking about. It's meaningful advertisement is a part of any successful marketing plan when it
Yep.
comes to ad spending. Sit down and ask yourself the following things, because let me tell you, there's a lot of people out there saying that they could do this, that, and all this other shit for you. But if they can't show you numbers, show you a track record, show you a campaign plan that they worked on to
Come
help
on now.
somebody,
Mm.
don't deal with them. I mean, to
Better
me,
not.
I think that's very important. And everything that I do, I am constantly, since I've been out here doing this. I mean, I got book, man, I got so binders and binders to show what I've done. Every show that I had, how many people was there, you know what I mean? What the flyer looked like.
Come on
Like,
now.
some
And what it
people are out here getting artists money, and that's why it ties into the scamming part. We're gonna get into that.
absolutely.
What I want to finish with this part is that when you get to that piece of your marketing plan for your album campaign, that's what we're gonna call it, or it could be a single campaign.
Right. Hmm.
You have to ask, what platforms do I want my ads to appear on? Facebook, IG, YouTube, etc.
Yep. Hmm.
Now you can put them on there yourself, but like I said, you got to know the algorithms.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
So that's why these companies are smart. and
Mm,
they make you pay for ads, and don't be cheap. Meta,
mm.
I'm not gonna keep it real. We every job I've ever had uses Meta, and they invest money into the ads, and that's why a lot of these companies that use Meta, they still around.
Come
I'm
on
just
now.
keeping it all the way at G. You know what I'm
Yes,
saying?
indeed.
Um, the other thing I was gonna say is how much budget do I have to spend in that total? So
Mm,
my thing is once again, that's why it's important to use the template that we showed earlier.
yeah.
If you're working, and I'm gonna say this, if you
Mm,
can't take 20% of your paycheck,
come on
and
now.
I know most artists can because too many of y'all smoke weed, too many of y'all
Mm,
eat out every other night, too many of y'all drink every other night. Just look
mm.
at the money that you're wasting. Nobody's saying you can't have a good time,
But
but before you start partying, it
mm,
that's all I did was 20% of my paycheck for 8 months, sat it into a separate account. Then when I started seeing that it was about that time to release it, and I started getting information from prominent
hmm,
businesses that actually do marketing, because I didn't really need social media. I said I do my own social media. But can you
right,
get me into the markets internationally? Can you get
right,
me into record pools that I can't reach? Can you do this? Can you put me
right.
on your website where millions, not
Mm,
just hundreds, where millions of people come? Oh, it's
mm,
gonna cost me that. Thank you. I'm ready. I'm ready to pay it. I don't start talking to people, finding out what it is until I know I got a budget.
right. And
That's what get me. When people call and asking me how how much something costs and you ain't got the money. If you're an artist and you ain't got no budget and I'm telling you it costs you $650, $700,
mm,
well, bro, it might not even be that by the time you save that $600 or $700.
come on now. Mm,
You see what I'm saying? So then when you tell me that you only got $25, yo, bro, only thing I could do for you is give you a week a promo on the radio. That's it. I can promote your single
and that's
on the
about it.
radio for a week. And I'll create you a little snippet
Hmm.
to go to it, or you put me your voice and I can hype it up into this mixing program, this program I got,
Hmm.
and make you, clean it up for you. But that's all I can do for $25.
Hey, Smack, what the saying says, you get what you pay for. You feel what I'm saying?
Exactly.
So if
Exactly.
you only gonna invest that $25, just know that you're gonna get $25 worth of work. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. We sorry,
Mhm.
but we not sorry
Yeah,
because you're
people
showing
do
us
not work.
that this is all you're willing to invest. Hey, we got these great
Pe
packages that'll have blah 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 blah
Yeah,
blah blah blah. Now all I got is 40,
yeah,
50 bucks. You get what you pay for.
man, that ain't gonna get you 40 or $50 is not gonna make you famous. Imma tell you
Nah.
something real that I learned from somebody that work at a record label, right?
Hmm.
Um, he's a A&R for Atlantic Records out in Atlanta. This
Mm,
is what he told me. He was like, "Artists don't understand that even for a single distribute, I mean, for if they got a single, right?
hmm.
And he said, if they hot, they need to go talk to the homeboy that's dealing drugs. That's what he said. Forget what he drug dealers, somebody got a business, had them open up a record label, and they can put their money into you because just for a single cost about 10 to 20,000,
Come on now.
just so people can notice you. Now, I was reading earlier on Tune, was it I don't know if it was not TuneCore. I forget the website, but if you want to be recognized internationally and in the US, it costs like 250, 500,000.
Yeah.
And that's just for people to see your name.
Right.
You feel what I'm saying? And I was like, wow,
Yeah.
that's for the big people. They
Yeah.
charge big money,
Yeah. And it's like,
you know?
Smack, one thing that I'll say is that we have encountered those who really understand the importance of a budget. So they come to us and we're not going to name names, but we know the ones that have really took into consideration everything that we say and have ran with it, and they're doing beautiful things. You know what I'm saying? Simply because they understand the importance that, hey, I know that I'm an independent artist. I know I don't have the major backing of a major label, so this money is going to come out of my pocket. Some pay attention to it, and they prosper. It may not be the money that you long for at first, but guess what? Because you did everything the right way and you created a budget and a blueprint at the same time, you're able to walk from A to Z, take the initiative, and then you plan. So we know that we know some smack that have really took the initiative and done things, and they're doing, great. They're making great opportunities for themselves. But it's important to have a budget, because if you don't, 9 times out of 10, the buzz that you think that you've created will fizzle in the blink of an eye, because you haven't done exactly what you're supposed to in regards to having a budget for real.
Right. So
That's
we
and,
gonna
and that's why I
go ahead.
always say, and that's why I always say, Smack, that, hey, if you're an artist, create some merch. This is one of the number one ways that you can create capital for a budget. It's very seldom
Mhm.
that we see individuals come into a showcase and they have merch to sell. I always tell the independent artists is, look, that's the hustler's mentality. Whether it's t-shirts, lighters, mugs, whatever you can utilize that's going
Man,
to
look,
create some form of capital, let that merch turn into your budget. Like Smack
I've
said
been
from the
saying
beginning.
that for a long time.
I Hey, Smack, I can name the last time that I seen somebody come with merch. And that was the sister Naya Star. Remember when she came down, she had all the lighters. And before you know it, at the end of the night,
Oh
everybody had brought
yeah,
them.
she came all the way from
Florida.
Florida, and she didn't have no lighters when she left. They was buying them lighters.
Yep. But that's how she created
Hmm.
a source of capital for a budget. And plus, it was a slick
Yep.
idea, if you ask me, for real.
Yeah, that was a nice little idea. Um,
We got
so
about 10
this is
minutes here.
yeah, we good. They
Okay.
we can stay on here 2 hours if we wanted.
Okay. Say less.
So I'm getting ready to get into one of the music scams out here,
Absolutely.
and I be seeing it used all the time,
Hmm.
and I be like, yo, I'm gonna tell y'all now, Forefather Entertainment. If y'all fooling with them, I'm calling them out. Don't do it.
Mm.
Forefather Entertainment. I'm sorry. Don't do it. And we're gonna talk a little bit about scams.
Hmm.
So one is called the Greedy A&R. Is short for artists and repertoire. They
Hmm.
scout talent and oversee the creative process on behalf of their employer.
Mm.
A&Rs use both their ears and their network to find the talent, and their role as gatekeepers gives them immense power to break artists. But some A&Rs help develop shady side hustles.
Hmm.
Okay, so we're gonna get into it. Charging songwriters, performers, and producers to review their materials. So
Hmm.
this is my thing. If you're an A&R, you shouldn't be charging no artists
Mm.
to listen to review their music. If you're an A&R, and I'm just keeping it real, because you
Yeah.
already got the ear.
Come on
So
now.
some people, and somebody was doing it for Universal. Come to find
Hmm.
out, it was Universal Island Death Day. I don't know, Universal something. Let me just tell you, it just wasn't right. And
Definitely
so
not right.
they was down here charging artists $300 to have a meeting with them and to review their music.
Crazy.
I mean, it was a line wrapped around the building. And then when I exposed who that person was, yo, man, you just don't do things like that. Like I tell artists all the time, do your homework.
You better. You better.
I'm sorry, me, I may see it on Google. I'm going to go to Bing. I'm going to Microsoft. I'm going Microsoft Edge. I'm
Mm.
going everywhere. Firefox.
Every last
I'm
one
going
of them.
to different resources and I'm doing my homework
And that's where
because somebody
Smack,
try to get me.
hey Smack, I got a story for you, right? Not to break your wisdom, but in regards to the scamming situation, right? Had a brother that traveled out to Atlanta, and I mean, and a young artist. And the thing was, he was so hyped about an opportunity that he thought was created. So the brother asked me ahead of time, though,
Atlanta
Smack,
does it. I'm gonna say this: Atlanta does it to artists this way all the time,
all the time. So
all
look,
the time.
so the sad part about it,
And
Smack, is that,
Riley Cradle, and that is named Riley Cradle. Beware of Riley Cradle. Don't do no business with that
hey, you
man.
better not. And what's so funny, Smack, is that when the brother had mentioned who it was that had initiated the quote unquote situation, I asked the young brother, I said, man, how well do you know this individual? Have you done some homework on him? I mean, are you able to call him, this, that, and the third? He was like, yeah, man, I've called him, blah, 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 this, that, and the third. So he went on and sent some bread. Went and sent
Mm-mm-mm.
some bread, Smack. And when he got to Atlanta, no one called him back when he started calling. So now the brother's down Atlanta, and now he's calling me. Trax, man, you think you can call this number for me? And I'm like, bruh, when I initially told you beware of it, because you seen what you thought was an opportunity, you send your money down it. When you there's nothing that I can do. YouTube beats as well. I tell people that's a scam as well. If you can't build a rapport with the producer of the beat that you like and that you want to record, 9 times out of 10 it's a scam. If they're not selling you, if you can't have a conversation with these individuals and you can't research who they've done, they've created tracks for, it's a scam. Bogus showcase opportunity. Oh, such and
Yo,
such gonna be here. You know, there was a situation to where they was using Ti's likeness. I think it was a couple of months back, but he showed up because what they were doing is they were using his likeness to bring in the crowd. So everybody thought that Ti and his son was gonna show up. But
mm-hmm.
what Ti did, he showed, man, listen, y'all using my likeness and the likenesses of my son, and we're not even gonna be here. So guess what? Anything that you made tonight, I want parts. I want parts.
Yo,
Bogus art cover deals. I was vouching for an individual because he had did a little artwork with me for free, and then come to find out he wasn't even the one that was doing the artwork. Smack, boy, I was heated, but I put him all the way out there too. Uh,
let me tell you.
mhm,
I'm gonna tell you a situation, man. And I seen it on a couple artists' page.
mhm,
Thought they was going to some type of um I think it was last year, the BET
yeah, I seen it.
okay, and I felt so bad for them because they were making them money by people going to vote, and and
Yeah,
and for one vote it cost you $20,
yeah,
and they were telling people that they had to get so many votes and they could go. I
yeah,
was like, yo, it only take for you to call BET and make sure that someone's official.
yeah. And I
You know
think
what I'm
that's,
saying? And
and I
all
think
it
that's,
takes is sending the flyer to
mhm,
BET because we've gotten an offer to do some work with
mhm.
someone from BET, and we did our homework, and so they're official.
Come on now,
This
ain't
offer
no,
that's coming through, but
mm.
it's just crazy that a lot of artists was losing. They was paying that money, man. I felt bad. But this
And
the other thing
mhm,
that being Philly, people think because they got a little connection. What's that big concert they have out in Philly?
uh,
A lot of artists from around here want to be in it. I forget what it's called, but it's a big concert.
Uh, uh, uh,
So
uh.
I remember some artists hitting me up, say, "Yo, Smack, is this legit?" I said, "Yo, if I were looking at this, I would tell you no, but I want you to do your homework. Do
Absolutely.
you see any?" Because DJ Diamond Cuts, she was one of the DJs.
Hmm.
I said it was a Power 99,
That's it. Power
the
99.
big one they do.
Yep. The
Okay.
Summer Fest.
So I said, yeah, Summer Jam.
Yep.
I said, yo, do you, the person who's talking to you, I said, do you see their name anywhere on this flyer?
Mm, mm.
I said, all you gotta do is hit up the DJ that's on the joint, hit up the promoter at the top, hit up Power 99.
As you should.
I said, why would you pay this person
Mm.
to get on the stage when Power 99 runs a contest? That's free
Right.
to get on the stage of Power, at Summer Jam.
Hmm.
I just didn't understand it. Some things artists be so hyped. You got all these type names coming to a
Mm,
concert. Why are you paying $1,000 to get on stage for 3 minutes
mm,
and you won't even support the local showcase that's
mm,
educating you?
mm.
Let me stop. I'm gonna be good.
But I think what it is Smack, that what transpires is that so many individuals think that because you have talent, that's going to get you to the next level. It's not the talent that gets you to the next level. It's the talent and your business
It's
mind
the
frame that have to merge together, that make people want to follow you, want to see your music, want to hear more. And if they don't match up equally, it's always 10% music.
mhm.
That's a fact. It's 90% business music, the business side of music. And if they don't match up or at least have some form of balance there, people look over you because they want to know that if they decide to back you, if they decide to invest in you because they see you investing in yourself, if it matches up, the windows of opportunity open up a whole lot more. The doors of opportunity open up a whole lot more because what you have done is established that, hey, this particular artist knows what it takes financially to get from point A to B because we're visibly seeing it. And we were talking about promotion and marketing, and I remember I was reading somewhere, and it was like the example that they used, Smack, was a $2,000 video. And what they said is that if you invest $2,000 in a video, you should be willing to invest between 40 and 60% of what that budget would be for the video. So that rounded off to about $800. But I
Mm.
say that to say this, that if you don't know how much it's going to require, read.
That's why I try to tell artists all the time, and you and I both, like,
Yeah,
being an artist is only
man.
20% is your skill. I say it all the time, 20% is your skill, the other 80% is the business. You
You
can be
know,
the dopest. I'm seeing so many artists who should be
mm,
further than what they are financially. Like they good
way further,
artists, but they didn't
way
learn
further,
the
man.
business. They ain't learned the business aspect. Like how can you be like one of the hottest and not knowing that you should be investing your money into something, creating a clothing brand?
And I think what it is that some artists don't see the potential and, oh man, why should I have some merch? Or why should I do this? Hey,
What's
because
your
if you
budget?
yeah, and because the check from Purdue ain't gonna cut it. That car
Hold
wash
on,
gig
I ain't
that you
gonna
got,
say that. I ain't gonna
and
say
no,
that.
and
Because
no, the
remember,
only
they
reason
get
why I'm
paid
saying it though, Smack,
20%.
but the only reason why I'm saying it is that if you're not investing or creating, like you say, taking money from that
Oh,
check, you follow what I'm
and
saying?
sitting in
Right. It's not gonna cut it. Because if you think about it, everybody wants to be flashy. Like you said, everybody wants to use blah blah blah, whatever the situation may be with each individual. But it's like,
Mhm.
then what you're doing is you're technically hustling backwards. You can't
Yep.
expect to go You can only go as far as what you're willing to invest in yourself. Period. So
Let
it's
me
like,
tell you something.
why should we not charge you if we got to give you the information that we're going to give you for free just so you can invest or plant a seed in your craft? Of course, when we
So,
get to talking about the budget, me and Smack will be like,
mhm,
well, they might got a little something, and we'll see how it works. But at the end of the day, if we see that you're trying to create a budget, it allows us to help you out in normal situations
mhm,
where we wouldn't normally do certain things. But when we see the potential in you, okay, hey Smack, you're willing to, invest a couple of dollars and blah blah blah. Then what we do is we sit to the table as a collective and say, okay, what opportunities within this artist's budget can we include? So therefore, you're getting the most out of what you've invested. You got to invest some things, man, and you can't possibly pull up to me looking like $1,000,000 and think that I ain't gonna think that you can afford the highest package, which is, creates more opportunities. And by the time the conversation is over, Smack, I'm realizing that,
mhm.
man, I can't wait to call Smack and tell about this bull crap. That's what I'm saying in my head. But it's like we almost know, because once we start saying it, there's a dead tone on the other end of the phone. Oh man, well, I might not be able to swing that. What
Yeah.
you mean? Well, how much you working with? Man, I'm not able to. Well, what are you able to do? You're the one.
That's why I don't, man. You go ahead.
I tried.
I have stopped when somebody email me and say something about price. I'll be like, if
I
you
don't even
don't
want to
have a
talk to you.
budget, I can't
I
answer
can't
that
really
question
help
for
you.
you. I don't even want to talk. But look, back to the
Hmm.
merchandise, right? Just through the work that I do advocating, I came across
Hmm.
this company, right? And they do like
Absolutely.
t-shirts. 100 t-shirts,
Come on now.
$595.
Hmm.
That's 600, right? You take that t-shirt, resell
Hmm.
that joint, right?
Come on
For
now.
$30. You're
Hmm.
investing 600. But that's how you sell it all. That's what you're
Absolutely.
making.
Win-win situation.
$3,000, 2400
Come on now.
$2,400 come up. You This is why we talk about merch so much.
A Smack. I remember.
You could be, DJ
Hmm.
DJ Wiz. He
Come
is
on now.
marvelous. He sells flash
Come
drives
on
with his
now.
mixes on it. So I'm like, well, why wouldn't the artist just go and
Hmm.
buy himself, like, start off with 20 flash drives
I
and
had an
put your
artist tell
album
me.
on it. Get the flash drive
Hmm.
customized and send them your album to put on it. Why are you why are you relying on streams and shit when you
Hmm.
can get more money? You, even if you
Hmm.
sold your album on these sites, you I don't see nothing wrong with old school. And the way that Diddy got shit fucked up, everybody should be
Hey,
independent now. I shouldn't be hollering, stay independent. You gonna make more money.
and Smack, what it is that because sometimes, people feel as though the highest pinnacle of the mountain is what we see or what we've been taught to see. Like we talk, the grassroots approach
Mhm.
is so non-existent now. You know, I remember when we went to Atlanta for the A3C festival, right? And one thing in particular, when we was at that hotel, remember we kept seeing, I think it was like three, four of them, but two of them was the rapper, but the other ones was the ones with the merch. And everywhere we looked at, we were seeing like the little, they were like the little small magnets. We had went downstairs.
Mm.
I think we had went to breakfast or something, Smack. But we got to talk about it because we were seeing them all over the place, all
Oh,
over.
you mean when we was in Atlanta
Right. So the
or
thing,
Texas?
no, when we was in Atlanta. So the thing is that just remember.
When we was in Atlanta.
So everywhere we looked at, we seen the little joint, and come to find out, it was the brother. What's his name? No Hands, the guy that raps. No Hands or something like that, little short dude. But anyway, It was just how he did the merch. So he made you want to see what
Mhm.
else he had. So when we had the opportunity to talk to the people, it was like, man, that's one heck of a
Mm.
marketing strategy, because now you're seeing
Right.
them. And now it's going to make you say, okay, what else do you got for me? Okay, here's a shirt along with some old music. What's old to a just because your music is 4 years old doesn't mean that it's not new to new ears. So as opposed to just saying, okay, man, I ain't worried about that project. Who else besides your comfort zone? If you have it
People
marketed
don't be listening to it.
right, it's like, man,
They
it's so
don't.
many ways to make money to create a budget. It's unbelievable, for real. But you got to want to do it. You got to want to have that mentality that says, okay, I know that I'm going to need some kind of capital to make whatever my aspiration is work. You have to be willing to
Mhm.
invest. You know what I'm saying? You have to be willing to say, you know what? I'm not going to buy that Birkin bag today. I ain't going to buy them LeBrons today. What I'm going to do is take that same $200 and put it to the side, because I know at the end of the day, the materialistic stuff fades out. Anything
Yep.
that you invest in yourself with, that you want to see, grow, you want to see develop, you're going to have to invest. And trust me, sometimes maybe it's your circumstances, maybe you have a lot of responsibilities, you may have kids, you may have extra bills or whatever you might be saving up. But this is the thing, if this is what you want your career to be, you're going to have to invest something. It may be a little, it may be a lot, but the thing is you're going to have to invest. You're going to have to create a blueprint, and the blueprint is having a budget. You have to walk it from A to Z. And the thing is that, hey, if I can't do something that's going to create what I need to create a budget, then maybe you need to rethink what you want your career to be. For real.
Let me tell you something. I know this artist that started off. I've been following artists for
Mm-hmm.
a lot of, and he was from Jersey. He told me
Mm-hmm.
that he bought 5 T-shirts, right?
Mm-hmm.
And that's how he started. After he sold them 5, he
Mm.
reinvested. He got him
Yeah.
10 more, but he took the price up a couple dollars. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? Like $3 or $4.
Right.
Sold them 10. You know what I mean? Then he
Mm-hmm.
went back and got him 20.
Mm.
You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Homeboy said that's how I got into the studio I wanted to get into in Philly. I
Come on
was
now.
selling my T-shirts. I
Come on
needed
now.
to change up my sound. I started with 5, then I went to
Mm.
10, then I went to 20. He said, yo, each time I took the shirts up a little bit more.
Come on now.
And he said when he got up to 100 shirts and saw how quick he sold them, you
Mm.
know what I mean? The guy that he was doing the business with, he said, I went and got my own press and started doing my own T-shirts and ordering my own shirts. He said, that's what funds my passion.
Absolutely.
And artists need to start thinking like that, man. Everybody wear clothes.
Come on now. And that's the thing, Smack. It's so many easy hustles.
Mm-hmm.
Like I said, and I always remember what Nia Star did, because it was different, and she was even, you know, she was even selling them. She was getting them mass produced. So everywhere that she went at to perform, anywhere she went at to just be seen, she had a merch with you, merch with it. And I truly believe that part of the industry is sadly missed with the independent artists, and they try to
Mm-hmm.
figure out how they're going to make the money when it's right in front of you. If you utilize the greatest weapon that you have, which is your intelligence,
Mm-hmm.
everything is produced from thought. So you can think out a concrete plan that will add you some residual income, meaning that it's consistently coming back to the pot. And that's what reciprocates the progress of your career too. You know what I mean? Because people want to know
Mhm.
that, okay, if we give you $1 million, if I give you $1 million, or let's just say you're working dealing with a major or whatever, but that shows people that, hey, if you know how to take a little bit of money, invest it, and make more money, and flip it, or make a great profit off of it, that makes a label or subsidiary want to,
Fool with you.
real talk, because they know without a shadow of a doubt that, hey, you can handle some bread and you can turn some bread into some more bread. Some people look at I say the hustler's mentality, simply because you look at the kids that sell water. Just think, they're
The
selling
water
bottles of
boys.
water. And listen, and the parents don't even have to worry about where the school uniforms are coming from, because the children are out here selling these bottles of water.
Hmm.
If a 10-year-old kid can get out here and sell waters and provide for them their clothing, then a 20-year-old artist shouldn't give me an excuse why they can't invest, why they can't create a budget. Oh man, I ain't
Yay.
got the time. I don't want to hear it. But
Then
what it lets me
I'm like,
go ahead.
and then they be having all these people around. I'm like, yo, your homeboy don't even want to give you $10 to invest in you.
And it's crazy simply because, you know,
Then
it
you don't
really
need them
shows you
around
who
you.
really, I hate to say it, Smack, but it really shows that, hey, if they're not willing to support you and plant a small seed, then maybe they don't believe that you're in the right career.
Bang bang. Well, look, we don't drop the lot on y'all tonight. This is dropping jewels below the surface revamp. You know what I'm saying? I'm Smack the indie plug, and of course y'all know that's track music. We play no games here. We play no games.
We
You know
greatly
what I'm
appreciate
saying?
those who tuned in, got some jewels. And by the way, March 9th, I'm on my
Uh-huh.
Steve Smith
This Saturday.
this Saturday. We got to jump it off. Still got some slots available,
Yep.
but they're limited.
Oh, I'm
So
gonna go
you
ahead
got
and say it. If you're an artist trying to get a slot, you got until
tap in.
11:59 p.m. to hit me your tracks up in our inbox and say I want a slot. They going for a great price, $30. But
Come on
as
now.
of 12 midnight, they will go back up to regular price. See, we know artists that they may need that $20 discount. So we just gave it to y'all. So if you
But when
want
the
to get
clock
on this
strikes
show,
12,
oh yeah,
let
we
me say
back
that one
up
more
to the
time. When the
regular.
clock strikes 12, you lost your opportunity
Yep,
to
and
get
this
it.
show right here gonna be live. Y'all see it. That's Bricks. DJ J Rock, DJ Real. You know what I'm saying? You can text us now. There it is, 302-233-3015, 302-331-0312. This is going down at the Towson Tavern. We are making
Absolutely.
some changes to have more space in the building. But yeah, we're gonna be lit on this Saturday.
You
So
already know it.
please don't miss another show. And as always, it's the Unsigned Music Network. Network is key because that's how we do. You
Yes,
know what I'm
indeed.
saying?
Much
And
love.
yeah, there go my brother. Tracks music.
You know who it is. Tracks Music. Check out the beautiful logo. Big shout out to Smack. Big shout out to every artist, everybody that tuned in, got some jewels. And remember, you're as big as your mind will allow you to go. And if you invest properly, it'll become
Hmm.
self-fulfilling, man. And with that, I say Tracks Music. I'm out. Peace.
Yes. What did he said? Oh, bet I'm coming. I appreciate y'all. Make sure you come through.
Yes,
Make
indeed.
sure you
Scrap
come
dollars.
through.
That's
Smack
right. Scrap
Dollars.
dollars.
Yo, follow me everywhere. Smack the indie plug. Y'all already know how we do.
Yes, indeed.
We're gonna be trying our best to get on here each and every Wednesday if we can. but we
We
are.
stay
But this
busy.
is a busy time for us. Our
Yes,
next
indeed.
issue of the magazine that we both work for is about to drop in all
Yeah,
books a million stores. So this is a busy time for us. But stay tuned. I mean, I didn't even get to announce tonight, but Trax and I have been invited out to the Alabama Music Awards, the 10th annual, the AMAs. We are going to be there. I am
absolutely.
actually was called yesterday to present an award. Of course I will. And artists, I will be dropping the opportunities. I don't think the prices are that bad for real.
Not,
I think they some good prices from the packages that I received.
hmm,
So I'm just keeping it all the way real. So we're gonna be trying to see what we can do and try to help a couple artists get out to the AMAs. I mean, we're gonna pay for your exposure to be on their platforms, but it's up to you to either drive,
hmm.
fly, get your own hotel, because I ain't paying for that.
Nah, nah,
But we
nah, nah,
might
nah.
run a contest or something here in the next couple of weeks to see what we can do to help out some artists to go to Alabama for the AMAs. 10th
Absolutely.
annual
Yes, indeed.
goes down. And their whole they take the whole weekend.
Hmm.
The actual AMAs is on Sunday and it's in Birmingham. A lot of history in Birmingham. I'm just saying. You don't believe me? Check it out. Alabama Music Awards. It's my second time presenting for them.
Yeah, I
First
like
time was during COVID. I had to do it through a
virtually.
video.
Yeah,
But yeah, we try to bring other opportunities here for y'all. So it's definitely up to y'all. Big shout out to my baby LP Marcy. I'm gonna be saying an extra prayer that
absolutely.
they do him right. You know, this boy is just hungry, just loves to perform, and they're just giving him a hard time.
Real
You know what I
tough,
mean?
man.
And people need to get behind him and start advocating for change. He speaks very well and he know what he talk about. So
Absolutely.
without a doubt, y'all, me and Trax will be at the Townsend Tavern March 9th. Trax will be starting to show off. I will be running a little late due to the fact that there is another event earlier that day that is further down in Sussex. So I have to give myself some time to get there. But my brother will be there and getting that show started. I should probably be there about 30 or 40 minutes after the show has started. So peace, love, and happiness, y'all.
And we out.
We
We
got
love y'all.
11:59.
Yes,
You
indeed.
want a slot? 11:59 p.m. slots are only $30. Dare I put it out there for everyone to hear? You have until 11:59 p.m. to hit me in my inbox to say, "Hey, Smack, I want a slot because it ain't that many left. But after tomorrow, they're going back up to regular price, and the day of, it will be double.
Say it again. Say it again. Say it
It
again.
will be double
Say it again,
because you
baby.
waited till the last
Hmm.
minute. We out of here.
Love y'all. Peace. Yep, yep.
Yep. And make sure y'all subscribe to us. Make sure you follow us, Fight Like Smack. We're actually on Instagram tonight. Also follow us on YouTube, Plug Studio Network. Also follow us here on the social medias, Below the Surface Radio, Smack the Indie Plug, Terrell Elzy, aka Trax Music. We're going to get him right so he can create his like page. And also, right, you don't have one, right?
Say it again.
You got a like page?
Nah, I ain't never. You know, I'm still a dinosaur when it comes to electronics.
Nah, we gonna get
You
you
gonna get
one,
me
man.
right,
To
baby.
keep
You
that
gonna get me
beautiful
right, sis.
logo you got right there to get you one. You know we gonna get you right. And
You
also
already.
follow Plug Studio Network on all social media. You guys have an amazing night. We about to get out of here because this is what we do. You know what I'm
Peace.
saying? And peace.
No doubt. No digging this.
Sure.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.